And action.
All right. It's Tuesday.
Taco Tuesday.
Yeah, no, we don't do Taco Tuesdays. Anyways, so I have my dad here.
Hello, everybody. We're here with the dad joke of the day, man.
All right.
Connor.
Yep. So let's just get started.
Okay, what's today's joke of the day?
Did you hear about the teenager who failed his driving test?
Did you hear about the teenager who failed his driving test?
He thought it was a crash course.
That's a good one. That is a good one. Nice. 2 more days of school.
3.
Okay, let's get our trade on. Let's do it. Here we go. Let's see what we got cooking. Let's go over to the, so this is our 0 DTE daily trade, daily butterflies. So let's go to the option chain. Today is June 4th. So we'll go to the June 4th, the 0 DTE options for today. We'll come on in here. We'll go down to at the money. And we're going to we're going to place an at the money. Oh, I want to say analyze. Analyze by trade butterfly. Okay, there's our butterfly, the default butterfly. So let's make this, what are we trading? We're trading at 52.81. So let's for right now say 52.80. And this is going to be a 15 pointer. This is going to be our real money trade we put on first, which we've been doing at 15 points. So we'll say 65 on the downside, 95 on the upside. Okay. There's the butter. And then we're going to put get a couple of snow tires ready. So for the snow tires, it's just a call and a put. And I usually start out with the $80 call and put on both sides. And then I tune and tweak it in. Okay, so that's where we look at. And so we're doing 2 contracts now because we've scaled up. So here's the potential trade for today. Look at that butterfly for $2.80. I feel like I should take that sucker. So news just came out at 7. It's 7:04, and I don't know what kind of news it was, but whatever it was, it rocked the market a little bit. It got some action going. So I'm just need to decide, do I want to try to get in? I have this terrible problem where it's really hard for me to get in between. Oh, there we go. Now we're coming down. It's hard for me to get in between strikes. Like if it's if it's trading at say 52.82, and it's in between 2 strikes, my brain kind of locks up. I don't know what to do. So I usually like to wait till it gets closer to one of the strike numbers. The price gets to the strike number. So I'm just going to let this news kind of settle. The news came out at 7. It just kind of popped up. I'm just give it a second here to settle down. And you can see the price of the butterflies going up now. While we're doing that, we can set up our paper trades. Let's do that. Let's set up all our paper trades while we're waiting. So the paper trades are, I just monitor these. I just track these trades. Let's see where we're at now. Yeah, I'm going to let that settle for a second. So the paper trades, we just do various widths, butterfly widths, and then we just track them throughout the day to see how they react. They're not real trades, they're paper trades, or they're my kind of paper trades where we're just basically putting in these green bars here, like a possibility, a potential trade. We're not actually placing any real fake trade or anything. We're just pricing them out, stacking them up, pricing them out, and then watching the action throughout the day. So right now the SPX is at 52.70. So let's change this down to 52.70. This is going to be a 4-pointer. So let's go to 75. And there is, unlock that box. Look at that. I don't trust these prices. And we're going to do 1 contract for the paper trades. So here is that's the 5-pointer. Yeah, I don't really trust this pricing right now. This is a little wonky, right? I think it should be more than that. Let's see what this is at. 305. We're at 270. So 255, 285. That's a nice price for that butterfly, though. If we can get that. Okay, so we're at 270. I might just go ahead and place this butterfly right now. Our real money. So our wings for the real money, or our snow tires for the real money, will be, we want to compensate a little bit on the call side. A little more protection to the call side, because the call side droops more if he gets outside the tent than the downside usually. That's what I've seen anyway. It's still kind of rocky. So something's up with my mouse. Okay, so where are we at? Where are we at? Okay, I say let's do that one. Should we put it on? Should we go for it? 708. What do I can get this butterfly for under? Let's see if I can get 285. Okay, so I'm asking 285. It's showing 290. It's not wanting to give it to me. So let's go up by, so we went up by 5 cents. And now I'm asking I'm trying to get it at 290. It's showing 3. Come on, baby. Let's go up to 295. I'm being a little more patient this morning because I want to try to see if I can get in this butterfly for under 3. But so far, no dice. Come on. It's showing 285, and now it's showing 3. Let's say, okay, we go to, oh, it just went. So we got in under 3, so 295, so that's cool. Okay, so there's our butter. Our main butterfly we got on, our structure there. Now we got to get these snow tires ready. So one of the things I was thinking about with the snow tires is maybe entering one at a time. Well, the other day I talked about not entering any snow tires until I needed them, which is still a valid idea. You got to be quick on the trigger though if you're going to do that. But another idea is like, so we have we're doing 2 contracts now, so we have 2 call snow tires and 2 put snow tires. We could just start off with 1 and potentially get the profit a little faster than if we had 2 on. Like 2 would drag it down more than just 1 if it stayed in the tent. So that's another possibility. Just go in with 1 right off the bat, and then if you need it, add a second one, or if you feel like you need it. This thing is popping quick. I should probably put an order in that out there to get out of this. Create. Well, I don't want it to get out of control here. Let's say create. We're going to say analyze. Analyze opposite order. So this would be our closing trade, and we need to find the price we need to get this out at to give us our $100, which is $345. So I'm going to set that up there just to be working. So 345, is that right? Yeah. Okay. So we have what's that?
Do you hear that?
No, what is it?
The smoke alarm.
I don't hear it. That's a bird.
No.
Check it out if you want. I don't hear it. Okay, so we haven't put our snow tires on yet. My mouse is really giving me a hard time today. What's going on with this? Don't choke on me now, mouse. Okay, so where are we at? I'm still waking up here. Okay, so we have our butterfly on. We have two contracts on. Real money trade on a butterfly. We have no snow tires yet. We're kind of putting that off until I think I need it, or to make sure I need it. We have an exit order in to get out at our profit target of $100. And I need to put these paper trades on. The big question right now is, do I go ahead and put these snow tires on now? I don't need no stinking snow tires yet. That thing is popping around. I mean, it's popping up there to like 100, like right there. See that 98? But I don't think that this early on. We just put this thing on, even though it pops up there. I don't know if that would trigger. Okay, so let's. So no snow tires yet. I'm debating in my head, do we need snow tires even? I mean, it doesn't necessarily look like snow out there yet. And if we can get in if we can get in and out of this trade really fast for a profit without being drugged down by those snow tires, that'd be cool. So 345 is what we need to get. So I'm just going to watch this for a second. We're staying pretty much in the center, and I don't want to start. I'm still a little too sleepy to start adding all these paper trades while this is on. I want to watch this until, unless I put like snow tires on it, then I feel safer. I can like be distracted. It's a little too early for me to multitask. I need another cup of coffee. There's 126. Look at that. But again, I don't think that this early on, it could pop up there. We can see that number. But I don't think it would trigger this early on. That's an anomaly. So here we are, still no snow tires yet. That's okay. Now what we could do is we could just put one snow tire on each side to begin with, just to be ready for like a storm to come racing in real quick before we have any time to react or anything. Or we can just go without snow tires for a little bit. let's see where this, so 345 is our target. We're at 310. Looks like we're moving up a little bit here. We could just kind of, that's another option we could think about, just adding them as we need them, like on either side. So like right now, let's add a call, or let's consider adding a call. Let's see. Yeah, so that's one call. If for $1.10, that gets us a little bit directional to the upside. But we don't want to jump the gun yet. But, you know, I could say if we start to move up, rather than put snow tires on 2 on right off the bat, I mean, you can do that, sure, that's fine. You know, that's like the super conservative way. Just head down the road with everything already, even though we don't necessarily need it. There's no snow on the road yet. Or we can just add 1 or partial compared to how many we have in the whole, in the real trade. Like if we have 2 contracts, I can just do 1 each. That would slow the drag down a little bit. Or we could just do either side, like see if we start to feel heat to the upside, we could just add 1 and just lean us a little bit to the upside. And don't put on any put side unless we start to move back the other way. Just kind of like build into it that way, one at a time, side by side. So there's a lot of different ways that this can be done. But, you know, I don't want to, I mean, the first couple of weeks we were doing this without anything at all. So that's valid too. Just keep the snow tires in the back until we need them. I need to get a coffee maker like right here. Well, you know what? I'm thinking about getting a coffee mug made, a Boomer Trade coffee mug that I can drink out of every morning for good luck. I think it could really help my trading if I'm actually drinking coffee every morning as I'm trading out of a Boomer Trade coffee mug. Okay, so we're moving up a little bit here. We're just kind of hanging out here in the middle. Let's see where we're at now. So, I saw 345 there for a second. But see how bouncy it is? It's at 295, 315. Usually when this thing starts to stay most of the time, or like 315, this is probably like where it's really at right now. It's at 315. Once it starts hanging out at that number for the majority of the time, you'll see bounces, but the majority of the number is at a certain, like 315. That's probably closer to where it's really at that point. Okay, so we're moving up a little bit. If we want to add a call, we could do that. You were just kind of chilling here. 345 is what we want to hit to get out. And I still haven't put any of my paper trades on yet. Oh, I'm slacking. I need a cup of coffee. Okay, it looks like we're coming back towards the center of the tent. So this butterfly we got on pretty cheap. We got under $3. The VIX is up 0.51. I'm wondering what causes these prices on these butterflies to vary so much. I mean, the obvious answer is like, volatility. But there's not that big of a change in volatility. I mean, when we first started these, we were getting trades on for like $2 and something. This 15 wide, and then it went all the way up to like $6, I think. And then now we're back at 295. Guess we've been in this trade for about 10-ish minutes. So do we need to, now we're looking like we're at the middle now, but if it heads down, do we want to get snow tires yet? Do we want to jump the gun, or do we want to be patient? That's a little steep. That's one snow tire. Another thing with this trade is trading it directionally, like with these sorts of legs. Like this is like a gentle slope upwards, but it's still directional. Like if we're up in here, that can make a lot of sense to go directional, because if we come back in here, there's all this room for it to kind of like fade back out or round back out, ease up inside the tent as this point of the tent is pulling the whole thing up. Does that make sense? If we get out here, we go directional. Where I may not want to go directional here, but the thing about going directional here is that if it starts to move back, you still have this magnet up here pulling the whole thing up, working for you. So it's not that much damage, as much as it would be over here, right? You're fading back into the vacuum that's sucking the whole thing up, kind of. Am I crazy? Okay, so we're right in the middle. It's showing, let's see, where's the pricing at now? We got to get 345 to get out of this. It's showing 330. 300 to 330. Let's make sure our orders. So there's our exit profit taking order set for 345. Come on. You're so close now. Just give it to me. You can see the price down here ticking where we're at. It's bouncing a lot, but there's 355, there's 315. So it's between, let's say it's between like 320-ish and our profit target. Well, now it's not. And then the other thing too to think about is, like, if we wait to put these snow tires on, like if we put them on right at the top, right at the beginning altogether, right when we put the trade on, we put everything on, we would be in a position where we're at break even with everything on. But if we wait a little bit and put them on, like right now, we have a profit in this of like say $50, and now we put the snow tire on. We're see the pink line's above the break even line now, so we get that smile starting above, significantly a nice ways above the break even line. Where if we put them all on together at the same time, that smile would round out at the break even. So so if we wait a little bit, we could get that smile, that Joker smile, floating nicely above the zero line. Where if we put everything on at once, it's just kind of a standard smile where it bottoms out at the break even or maybe a little bit below it. Okay, so where are we at? So watch this number here. So showing 315, 325. See how fast this can get. This is like the way that this is trading today is the ideal. It's like you couldn't ask for a better trade, like right in the range. Now that I say that, it's probably going to pop out and give us trouble. As I start to move up. So maybe we'll get ready to add a snow tire on the top. You don't want to jump the gun. Let's go ahead and add one. Okay, let's see if we can get 105. Come on, baby. Okay, we got one on at 110. Let's put that on. So now we're slightly, well, we're still delta neutral, it says. But we have a slight slant, as far as I'm concerned, to the upside. So we have one on at 110, one call on at 110. I'm going to cancel that order because now that we have that call into the mix, I may not want to get out of that butterfly at that predetermined stop, that order that we had on. It may change a little bit. So now I have to manually watch it. Okay, so here's our position. We got one call snow tire on. This is kind of a different way to trade this. It's just kind of like, I haven't even put those darn paper trades on yet. I'm gonna clean this up. So I'm gonna get rid of that. I'm just gonna deal with this real money trade for right now. So we could add another one of these calls. We have one on now, one call snow tire on. We could add another one. That would get us a little bit more. That's a little too much though, I think. let's see what our theta and all that stuff is. So we have a theta of 662, a vega, slightly positive vega, and delta neutral. I got some other trades I got to put on here in a second, so I may duck out for a few minutes. I'll give it another minute or two here, then I may just pause, take a short break here. I wonder if I could. So yesterday I set up an exit order that had all three. It had the entire butterfly and an extra call or put in one order. It was a 4-leg trade, and that'd be a great way to get out of this. So maybe I'll look at setting that up. This is the this is the call. 5270 call. Oh yeah, we can just see them here, I'm sure. All right, yeah, here we go. So let's say, so we'll say control. If you press the control, I'm on a Mac. So if you press the control down, yeah, there it goes. It creates this custom order. So to get out of this, we would need to let's make sure that I'm oh, what happened there? I lost my somehow I lost my call. Okay, so what do I need to get out of this? So we have 2 at 230. So we have 4 at 270. We have 4 at 270 that we need to buy. We need to sell 2 of those. We need to sell 2 of those, and we just sell 1 call. The 510 or the 5310, 5285. 5285, 5270, and 5255. So something's wrong there. What is that? Oh yeah, that's what's wrong. I got to sell that. So that flat lines us out at what? So we just need to figure out what price we want to get out now at this. So let's say, come on, 95. So 8. So I'm gonna put that order out there for 8. That's a custom order that'll close everything down if we hit 8. And I had no problems with it yesterday. It all went great. It all filled quickly, no issues. For some reason, I thought there might be an issue because it's kind of a weird order. It's custom order, has like weird, like it's a butterfly plus an extra call. It's kind of weird, right? But maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe it'll get filled just the same. So I'm going to clean this up again. Clean up my orders. And I'm going to monitor this. Then we have this put here waiting, this put snow tire waiting in the wings. But let's see if we even need it. We need this number 740 to get up to 8. Okay, I'm going to give this just a couple more minutes, and then I'm gonna pause, and I'm going to go take care of some other trades. I got some other trades I need to put on, and then we'll come back. Unless something happens in the next 2 minutes, something exciting. Let's see how we're doing with our theta and everything. Now that our theta is 1300. Slightly negative Vega. Hey, Connor. Let's see here. I'm going to stage another call. Hey, Connor, did you find that noise?
No.
Did you find out what that noise was? No. No? So I have another call here. I just duplicated the call that I already sold. So this is locked in. So that's the one we have on. I just duplicated that and put it down here, just staging it out in case I want to add the second one. But I'm not adding it yet. It's just sitting there waiting. It's waiting in the wings. Okay, I'm gonna duck out here for a second. I think I got like 10 minutes or more. I can go do something else real quick. Put on some other trades. Put on the our 2.0 trade, and then I'll be back. All right, so I'll see you in a few minutes. All right, and I'm back. So where are we now on this? So we're coming back into the tent. We have an order on an exit order to get out of the entire butterfly and the one snow tire, the call snow tire. So we're moving back into the center of the tent. To get out, we need to get a price in this red bar of 8. There's 805, but it's pretty bouncy right now. But we're getting closer. There's 775. So I'm just going to watch this for a few minutes, see if I can get filled. It seems like I should get filled pretty quickly, I think, unless there's an issue with that order. Like, what are your guys' thoughts out there, if any, on that? The weirder the order, like this is a butterfly with a cell of an extra call all bundled up in one order. Is that harder to get filled than just a butterfly? I mean, I would think that it would be, but what do I know? I mean, it didn't seem to yesterday. Yesterday it flew right out. No problem at all. Really quick. I guess we'll find out. If we hit that price and stay there or above it for a while, then that's probably a clue. Okay, there's 780. So it's 750 right now. We've been in this trade for about 40 minutes. Let's take a look where we would be on this trade if we had not bought that snow tire. So here's the trade without the snow tire, just the trade to butterfly. It's showing $100. It's bouncing, but I think it's showing about what we're seeing with the butterfly. I mean, with the call. It's pretty close together. This position, though, I'd much rather be in this position with that snow tire on. See how flat we are? We got a nice flat. Without that, we're kind of on the starting the slippery slope down into despair over here. So here's our position. Okay, we're trying to get $100 on this. There's 795 I saw for a second. Oh, it looks like we're getting up there. There's 840. Okay, let's keep our eye on this now. Like if it stays at 8 or above for what would seem like too long, that could be an issue with the order. Like what that, like the market makers would be all, what the heck kind of order is this? I've never heard of this trade. I don't think that's how it works, but who knows? I don't know. we can keep comparing this against just the butterfly. So the snow tire version, here's the butterfly. Here's the butterfly only version. So this could be hitting profit target if it was just the butterfly. We're on that slippery slope starting a little bit, but we're hitting up towards 100 pretty good. Here's with the call, the extra call, the snow tire. And I think it's lagging a little bit. That extra call is dragging just a bit there. Okay, so here goes, something's going on here. It's getting excited. I saw 815. I saw 805. Let's look at our dashboard. So we have theta of 1300 minus vega, negative vega, delta neutral. You can see our exit order down there is showing, well, it was, not now, but it was showing up around, it was holding around the 8 mark. $1,700 theta. Okay, so if it starts to move down, we could add this. Look at that. That's nice. That's beauty. We're just hovering there. We're floating. Okay, so we're getting up there. We're at 7. Well, it's bouncy still, but we need to hit 8. 8 is our profit target. Okay, I'm going to buy this put. Hello? Okay, so we got that put at 85. So let's lock that in. So there's our current position. Let's see what our theta is now with that 1500 theta. Okay, so let's keep our eye on this red number here. That's still set at 8. That's still set to exit at $8. So I still haven't put those paper trades on. So sorry about that, paper trades. This is cool though. I want to. This is worthwhile. I think this is sort of like scalping or day trading the butterfly. It's just, just putting a call as we need it to keep everything up and flat. Kind of like scalping, or let's say gamma scalping a butterfly in a way. It's another way, another approach, another way to trade these. Okay, let's watch this number down here. We're at 7. I saw 795 for a while. Okay, what's going on here? Let's see, the position looks really nice. I like it. It's floating, it's flat, it's dipping a little bit on the right hand side, but for where this currently trading at, I think that's beautiful. That's fine. We just need this thing to give up some of its. Release the theta. Release the theta. Okay, maybe we get some action here. Okay, looks like we're moving down. Maybe we could add another put. I'll stage one out and get it ready just in case. We don't want to do it yet, but it's sitting there waiting in the wings. We're pretty close. Boy, this is taking its time. It's 8:07, so we've been in this about an hour now. Come on, let's do it. It's going to happen anyway. Just might as well get it over with. So here's the butterfly without any snow tires today. This is just the basic structure of the butterfly. You can see, well, it's bouncing around, but I would imagine that we would have hit profit target by now on that one. But we've added 2 snow tires, so we're right here. I think we're pretty close. It's just becoming a yawn fest. Ugh. Man, this seems like it's taking too long. Come on. It seems like we should have hit it by now. Well, we're still just sitting here waiting around. This reminds me of the old days when we would just sit here and listen to that, my copyright free music. Let's see if I can find some of that. Can't believe this thing hasn't come in yet. Let's see. Boy, it's been a while since I've been on this site. Let's see if I can find some. Okay, I'm going to adjust this price because we have that put on now. So I'm going to need to get like a little bit more. So I raised the price on that to 815 because we're losing money on that put with the move up. So that's still kind of a tricky way to make sure we get out our profit target. I mean, once we start adding more legs like the snow tires, it kind of complicates it a little bit because you don't know exactly what you're going to get out at, what price wise with these extra call and put. So you can't really set like an exact profit target on the butterfly because we don't really know where these will be. So you just want to, I guess, just make sure you have extra room. So try to get out over that profit target so you have that extra buffer room. Now if it keeps moving up, we could add another call like that. This is just taking, it seems to be taking longer than it should. Let's see where we would be without any snow tires right now. Oh yeah, we'd have hit profit target by now. So those snow tires are a drag. But they add a lot of safety. I mean, look at this. This is a nice risk graph. This is starting to get weak up here. And the other way we can get out of this is once we get close, then we can release the call. If everything seems pretty stable, the market, we can release the call and the put, and then just have only the butterfly on for the last 5 minutes, and then we can get a precise exit order for that butterfly and get out at exactly what price we want. We have a 2,000 theta there. Look at that, 2,100. I wish it would take effect. Wonder if I'm getting hung up on that because of that order. I mean, I wonder if I would be out of this thing by now if I didn't bundle those two trades together. Like I said yesterday, I did it the first time yesterday, and it went fine. It just immediately got filled. Let's see here. What if we release the call, analyze opposite trade? That'll give us this. Okay, so I'm gonna work at getting out of this another way. This is just taking too long for me. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take off the put. I can always put these back on if there's. Oh, you know what I need to do first is delete that order. Let's cancel this order here. Yeah, let's cancel this order. So I'm going to say cancel order. Okay, so we're out of that. Now I'm going to say get out of this guy. Is that the call? Let's see if we can get 30 on that. Come on, market makers, give me that. I want my $2. Give me that. $2.50. Boy, this is just like molasses. This is like draining really slow. Still haven't got filled on that guy. Give me my 30. Okay, so there that one went. So that's out at 30. Now what? Okay, we're right there. Let's get ready to. So when we reverse this order, we'll say analyze opposite trade. So we just gotta wait, I guess. I mean, it's close. There's 3.9. Let's see. The butterfly's going for 3. Let's see if we can get it at 4. If we get it at 4, what does that give us? Okay, so let's say 4. It'll be interesting to see if this goes quicker because it's just a straight vanilla butterfly rather than that crazy wonky custom order. And then after that goes, we have this put here. Okay, I feel like this should be going any second here. We're right there. We're right on the brink. As soon as this goes for 405, as soon as that gets filled, I'm going to release, get rid of this put, and then we should be closed down. It's just really not wanting to give it up. It's retaining that theta. It's holding on to it. There we are. We have $100 showing. Come on, guys. Okay, we're gonna move a little push down here. Let's see if we don't want to do that. We want to maybe do this. Yeah, let's do that. So we're gonna buy another put. Okay, so we got that in at 105. So we have two puts on now. Yeah, we have two puts on now. I'm going to take this off for the time being. Reevaluate that. So we have two puts and a butterfly on right now. So I'm just going to set a wild order out there at 125. I mean at 425, just to see if it goes. Just see if it gets hit randomly. So I'm trying to get 425. It's at 370 still, and they'll just work off of that. I like to try to get out of this sucker. Maybe I should just get out of this thing. It's been we've been in for 2 hours now. 2 hours, and it's just kind of like it's like a Fed day. It's just taking really slow. Now it's on the outside of the tent a little bit. If I took it here, Okay, I think I'm going to try to get out, if I can get out like around 50, just be done with it. So to do that, let's see if I can get rid out of this butterfly. Let's say 380. Let's just try 385 to start with. Then as soon as we get rid of that, we're going to buy these back. We're going to sell these back. Sell these out, these two puts. It's just not one. It's not cooperating today. Come on, guys. Just give me my $2. I thought I saw 375 there for a second. There's 370. Let's try 370. Come on, you market makers. You greedy bastards. Give me my money. Okay, it's flirting with 370 there. There it went. Let's get rid of these guys. Okay, so we got out of those at 370. And we got out of these at 80, I think. Yeah, so 80, 370. 80, 370. So we wound up with $40. $40 for all that work. It took 2 hours. Something with, yeah, this is kind of a weird one. I'm not sure what. Maybe that weird order I had on took so long. Maybe that was hanging us up. It just felt like a Fed day. It felt like it was just coming out. It was leaking. The theta was coming out of the tent super slowly. Well, that's it. That's all she wrote on that one. All right. Well, I missed all my paper trades trying to scalp this sucker. So, I mean, it's valid, but that's something I'll continue to try. I mean, what would be cool is if we could get these things. Let's see. Let's put this back on. I mean, at a point there, you could see we were pretty flat. The pink line was flat, but we were up. We were hovering. And if we can just continue to do that, I mean, at some point during the day with these 0DT options, they're just going to start to droop. You're not going to be able to do it anymore. But I think throughout the first half of the day, you could probably potentially keep scalping that up and down if it stays in this range. Bring that pink line up higher and higher and higher. So you sort of have like a half smile or even a flat line up here. That's an interesting idea that I want to look into. Try again. Okay, so that's it for this one. I'm just going to come back at end of day. We'll look at the end of day, how everything settled out for this trade. This is a real money trade that we closed out for $40. That's a little bit less than half of our profit target, just because it didn't feel right. It was just acting too long. It was growing long in the tooth. It was hanging outside the 10 a little bit. I just decided to hit the button. Stick a fork in it. All right, I'll be back at the end of the day for the final last looks on this one. Okay, here we are in the day Tuesday, and real quick, here's another sneak peek at our 2.0 trade. So here is today's risk graph for our test 2.0 that we're working on here. And this one, we had a $100 profit target, and you can see that this position is ended now and closed out, but we closed it out at 125. So if you look at the blue number here, that's the expiration. That's the settlement. So we're at 125. That's the worst case scenario if it lands anywhere in here. But like within the last hour, if there's a big move up, we can make up to a bonus prize money of 625 all the way up to the moon. Or anywhere from like 125-ish up to that 600 if it lands anywhere on this line at settlement. If it lands in this valley here, this isn't the valley of death. This is the valley of, what did Moses call that? The land of plenty. This is the valley of plenty because we've already locked in our profit target, which is $125. So that's that. If we anywhere in here we get the 125. So in the version 1.0, this would be where we would just exit out. Basically, we would exit out at the trade at this, but we wouldn't have any bonus trades. Here we've got the same amount of profit locked in no matter what. So we've achieved our profit target for the day and exceeded it, $125. But we have the ability to make up to 625 up here if there's a quick move in the last hour. So that's a potential bonus. And the same thing on the downside. If there's a big move down within the last hour, we can make up to 625 on the downside. So that's just another sneak peek at the all new 2.0 version. Okay, so let's go to today's butterfly trades. Okay, so here's our trade for today. Here is the original butterfly without any snow tires on it. And I did not make any paper trades today. I got wrapped up in scalping this butterfly all morning, and then I threw that one out the window. But we'll get back into that again tomorrow. But so here's the real money butterfly trade. If we had just put this trade on and done nothing, just walked away, let it settle at the end of the day wherever it settled at, this trade would have hit the max loss of 590. However, we took this trade off. As you'll see in today's video, we scalped it. I just kind of scalped it back and forth a little bit. And the day was getting long in the tooth. For some reason, it was acting weird. It didn't feel right. So I just bailed with $40. The profit target was 100, but we were in there for like 2 hours, and we were up on the edge, like poking our way out. And I just said, let's just call it. 2 hours is too long. And something wasn't feeling right. We should have gotten as a profit. I think we should have gotten profit earlier from all the other trades I've done. So anyway, we got out of this at a $40 profit. Now let's take a look at this trade with the two. We only put 2 snow tires on today. And so same thing with this. We would have hit our max loss if we let this thing go to expiration and just settle out. So, but we didn't do that. We took that off at money. But let's see where we wound up with this trade. So we closed it out at $40. So let's look at the Excel sheet real quick. So here's the Excel sheet. So let's fill in today. Today is, we only did the one, the real money. No paper trades today. I got to get back on the stick and do that. So let's say today is June 4th. June 4. And we can get rid of all this stuff. We only did a live trade today. So let's put that right there. We can delete all this. Get rid of that. Okay. So what was the total risk on our real money trade today? So that's going to be, that's with a call and 2 puts. So 890. 890 was the total risk. So we'll say 890 minus 890. And we made 40. We were going for 100. That's the target. But things were just getting weird. So I just bailed at 40. This was like 2 hours. That's the other thing. It was too long. It was getting too long. I'll just put in this note, acting weird, so bailed. Okay. And then let's figure out the return real quick. The return on this one today. So the profit was $40. $40 divided by the risk of 890. 890. That's 4.4%. Okay, so that's it for today. We'll see you tomorrow. And if you want to follow me on these trades or any of my other trades, just make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Click that subscribe button below. And also be sure to join me on my website. I'll leave a link to my website in the description below. Head on over there, sign up for my free email newsletter. I'll get back to you and we'll go from there. All right, that's it for today. See you tomorrow.